and I executed it quite quickly with the help of my friends from the gallery, but also with the friends from Ireland, like Judy Birdie, who is the president of Historical Society, and she encouraged me to display some of the artifacts which she had. Armando Cordoba and Ryok lent me the piece of new cable which is installed right now. We have some tokens, some wrench, and some other things. But mainly what this exhibition is about, it's not only photography, and it's not only the mechanical spaces like wheels, which I always found fascinating, but also about something new, what I'm proposing for Motorgate, for our island. Right now, the wheels from this beautiful space are on the floor in the garage, dusted, I will not say rusted, but dusted. And there's no use for them, and probably they will be taken away. So my idea is to install them in the motorgate. There is an escalator, a concrete escalator, which will not be used. We have elevators, we have staircases, and Rio doesn't have the money to restore it. So my idea is to install them and to do the permanent sculpture. We can keep those wheels as a part of the history of the island and add the splash of the color inside of this brutalistic architecture. I like brutal architecture, but this is a little bit too much, especially that it's not kept very clean. So I hope that this is the idea which will be embraced by Ryok, and I had the chance already to talk to new president of Ryok, which was installed a month ago, and she at the first meeting was very open for this idea. So I hope that with your support, and I put the book over here, if you can write few sentences, if you disagree, please do that, and maybe with the support of Wire and David Stone, who is very gracious to us, and there is a second article about me in this Wire. So I hope it will happen, and I hope it will be good for the island. That's it. Judy will say a few words after that. I just wanted to say that around 8 o'clock, Gerald Starlight, the fellow who is musician and living on the island and friend of Riva, he is playing on Japanese flute, bamboo flute. He composed a special piece of music which is called Crying Cranes to commemorate the people who died in World Trade Center 9 years ago. I cover one of the photographs with the ink painting which I did in 2001 with 5 other artists from our association, and we display it in November 2001 in one of the windows as a gesture towards especially families of people who were living on this island and who died over there. There are 8 faces between all of them. All of them are faces of people who died in the World Trade Center. But there is 8 faces of people who were from the island, 4 of the firefighters and 4 others. Thank you. So stay with us. Judy will say a few words. We will have a break at the bar, which is still full. And after that, we'll have the concert.
Thank you. If you can't hear me, I said pretend you're in the tram cabin. Get intimate. I'm Judy Birdie, I'm president of Historical Society. I want to thank Tad for having this exhibit. I love the tram. I love every piece of the tram, every memento from the tram. The tram staff is very generous to the Historical Society. If you look in the window, they gave us this beacon that used to be on the tower and lit that tower when it first operated. And as you know, when the tram comes back, you will be able to come next door and see the beautifully restored visitor center, and with its copper roof, and it will be glowing and waiting for you as we are eagerly awaiting the tram to come back someday. And I just want to thank Ted, I want to thank Riva, and I love to share the history of the island with people, and I love that Riva is sharing. this important aspect of the life, the mechanical life, the gears and the motors and the engines that make the tram run, and the island. And I swear sometimes those are the cables that pull us all together. So thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting RIVA, supporting the Historical Society, and hopefully soon I will see you all down at the Visitor Center and at the tram when it reopens. And enjoy the evening and enjoy the concert. Thank you.